Good day again to everyone. So we are now in our fourth week, our practical research 2 discussion. So we are now in module 2. Okay, this is first module. So we'll discuss about the importance of quantitative research across fields. Okay, so in this topic, you will learn why is it important to conduct research in this field. So there are a lot of fields for conducting research, especially now we have our COVID-19 scenario in our society. So many researchers, especially in the field of medicine, are trying to find cure for this virus. So what they apply is use of quantitative research. Okay, in this module, we have our learning competency. The learner illustrates the importance of quantitative research across fields. Okay. Then, the objectives for this lesson determine the field of discipline for the given research studies. And number 2, illustrate the importance of quantitative research across fields. Okay. I hope you get the objectives for this module. Okay, let's have this introduction part. So people do research to find solutions, even tentative ones, to problems in order to improve or enhance ways of doing things, to disprove or provide a new hypothesis, or simply to find answers to questions or solutions in daily life. In natural and social sciences, quantitative research is a systematic empirical investigation of observable phenomena via statistical and mathematical techniques. Quantitative research has an undeniable impact on the different aspects of society. The findings of a particular quantitative study can influence crucial decisions affecting different organizations and individuals. So, we have read in this module, in this introduction part, so many changes or developments are brought because of research. So mostly of them are because of quantitative research. So there are a lot of fields conducting quantitative research. Okay. For instance, companies may use quantitative data in evaluating the effectiveness of certain leadership styles on employee performance. Educators can utilize quantitative research in examining relationship between the performance of teachers and academic performance of students. Quantitative research can also be used to better understand the relationship between the quality of quarantine facilities and the number of COVID-19 recovered individuals. So as you can see, these are the different aspects in society wherein research is being applied. So we have here in the field of business, in which the researcher wants to determine the leadership styles on employee performance. Another field is on field of education. So researcher seeks to determine if there is a relationship between the performance of teachers and the performance of students. Okay, then the last example we have here in the field of science, particularly in medicine. So the quarantine facilities and the number of COVID-19 recovered individuals. Okay, so let's now go to this. Let's try this. So I want you to answer this crossword puzzle. So fill in the crossword puzzle and the words missing from the sentences below. Match the number of sentences to the box placed across and down the grid. Again, same. So you just copy this in a Microsoft Word, or you can draw this in your paper or bond paper. Then you just send a photo to me on my email. Okay, so the questions for these exercises are here at the bottom in the page 7. Here, you just read this You can determine what field is being described in this crossword puzzle. Okay. Hope you will get the correct answer. Let's proceed. Then another is you answer these guide questions. Type your answers on the Microsoft Word document. Send it again to my email. Okay, let's have this lesson concepts. The importance of qualitative research across fields. Discipline. So our first discipline is social inquiry. As the order, there's more about social studies. The purpose to better understand the behavior and social interactions among individuals. So mostly if you are taking Hume's track, so you will have this type of research in social studies. So like what the DSWD and the social workers do. Okay, so sample research study, level of contraceptive practices among tribes in Davao City. Okay, so this is more about social inquiry. And for the field of arts, to investigate methods or approaches that enhances one's creativity. Okay, sample research study, level of satisfaction, arts and design students towards work immersion companies. Okay, and the third discipline is information and communication technology or ICT. So we are taking TBL ICT track. So you will have this of research. So you examine the trends and tendencies in the use of information technology. I think mostly in your practical research one, most of you have studies about social media. So it falls to this category or this field in ICT. So sample study the relationship of Instagram on the visual literacy of teenagers. Okay, so this is sort of title of their studies. Okay, I want you to familiarize how the title of the quantitative research is being framed. So look at this third column here. So these are the titles of their study. Then the field of science to determine the effectiveness of a newly developed medicine, treatment, or approach in addressing health problems. The sample study is the efficacy of aspirin and mayana leaf extract in reducing the cholesterol levels of obese people. So this is science. Okay, another, we have the agriculture and fisheries. So objectives to examine how agriculture in a particular community is influenced by global trends. So this is very trending nowadays. Especially we have now a swine flu. I think you heard that in the news. Swine flu, di ba? So I think last year. So good to have this study in agriculture and fisheries to help in preventing the spread of swine flu. Okay, so this is the sample study. Technical capacity of improvised water treatment device in rural farming. Then in the field of sports, to understand the relationship between one's health and athletic performance. Sample study the relationship of cognitive functioning and stress level among athletes in Davao region. So I think you're familiar with this, so you are inclined to sports. Then in the field of business, to assess approaches that will help companies in their decision-making practices. So, di ba, in businesses, you sometimes you are asked to have an evaluation sheet to determine their service. I think in fast food chains, they have their survey form, like in Jollibee. You try to fill up those forms. So those are one of their research styles in which they will gather feedbacks from their customers, so on their services and their staff. Okay, so that is how research is conducted in the field of business. Okay, then sample study the relationship of income and mall spending among private employees in Davao City. Okay, then lastly, in the field of education, to discover new interventions and assess existing programs. The common goal to increase the performance of the learners. So these are very common in our situation at DepEd. So we teachers conduct action research to help us in addressing the problems of learners, especially why students fail in their class. We cannot study on it. Okay, so this is sample of the study effect of drill and review to the mathematical ability of students. So this is the title, sample titles. Okay, I hope you understood the objectives and some of the titles in this research cross fields. So these are the different fields or discipline. So we have social inquiry, arts, ICT, science, agriculture, sports, business, and the field of education. Okay, well, there are many other disciplines that uses also research. These are only the samples. Okay, so we have here a sample problem on how to apply research. Okay, so later we will analyze how there are questions in this problem. Okay, so we will identify what field is being described here and what is the purpose of research study and the effects. Okay, let's have here the study of Angeles 2016 reveals that some companies in Davao City, the needs of their employees are not properly provided. Hence, there is a greater chance of neglecting good employees in the organization, inefficient coordination between managers and subordinates, and decrease in the productivity regarding the products or output of the company. The researcher intended to know the level of satisfaction and the level of performance among employees of Coca-Cola Bottlers Philippines Davao branch. To determine the aspect of job satisfaction that influence an employee's performance is the major concern of this study. The result of the study became basis of administration as an organizational assessment addressing the issues of the employees in granting their pleasure, motivation, and satisfaction in their work. So these are the questions. So what specific field or discipline scenario is in line? So the answer is business because it is in studies in Coca-Cola Bottlers Company. Okay. Now what are the keywords used by the authors to present their findings in study? So the keywords level and influence. Okay. So oops, here. This is it. So the level of job satisfaction and the level of performance. So those are the keywords used by the researcher. And what actions made by authorities administration based from the findings? The answer is the issues of the employees were addressed. The issues of the company are the decrease in productivity, inefficient coordination between managers and subordinates, and neglecting good employees. Okay, so those are the issues. Then number 4, what do you think are the improvements happen to the life of the employees after the action by the authorities and administrators has been taken? So the answer is the levels of satisfaction and performance of employees have increased, and eventually the productivity of the company has improved. So based on this problem, so there is a research conducted in the field of business. So as you can see how the qualitative research helped the company in solving their problems, in increasing productivity of the employees and job satisfaction. So this is very important because if they will not have this study or the result of this study, so probably their company will be I will face bankruptcy or lose their good employees. Okay, so hope you already have determined the importance of quantitative research across fields. Okay, let's have the next example. So let's do this. Below is a scenario. Read carefully the research problem. Observe how the result is presented, analyze, and how the authorities took action to address the problems by responding to the following statement or questions. I want you to answer this. Okay, so this is the scenario. It's like in the example presented above. So you write what is the field being studied in this research, and the keywords and the actions. So the same in this example here in Coca-Cola. Okay, so then you submit this using Microsoft Word. Email it to my account. It has only 4 questions. So the same, you just write your answers here. Okay, then let's remember this. Quantitative research is important to the following fields: social inquiry, arts, ICT, science, agriculture and fisheries, sports, business, and education. Quantitative research is capable of addressing problems by creating intervention, change to the lives of people for betterment. So you answer this test ourselves. So the same as the example. Read carefully the problem, then answer these questions here. Okay, then the rubrics, just read this in your module. Okay, I already uploaded the additional discussions about this topic. Okay, so I hope you read that PowerPoint, so download it so to have a better understanding of this topic, the importance. If you have questions, again, you can have your personal message to me in my Facebook account. If you have clarifications on how to answer this, just PM me. Okay, so I think this would be all. So you answered your exercises, so good luck, have a nice day.